Well, there's something very Houdini-esque about your team. You get into some predicaments, but you find your way out. Talk about the second half and the resiliency that your ladies showed here this afternoon.
Yeah, I said to them at the end of the game, like, I never ever doubt their character and their effort and their desire to want to win. But I just think at times we let ourselves down on little tiny bits of detail that turns you from a team that just scrapes a win to a team that makes a win really comfortable, and it's going to come. There'll be a game where we do that, and you know, hopefully it's sooner rather than later.
Talk about Naho's performance, and not just the goals, but she had a very solid afternoon.
Yeah, I just said to her after the game, I thought prior to today, the last 3 games, she's looked a little bit tired for the first time, and I thought today she had an extra spring in her step, and yeah, she's a class act. We've said it from day one, and yeah, we needed to take a little bit of pressure off Kim and Jess and Sid, and you know, she stepped up today and was big, and we needed it.
Would you say then, as far as you're talking about with the kind of being a dominant team versus scraping by, I mean, is the pressure of being undefeated maybe starting to get into y'all a little bit lately?
Maybe, I think a little bit, but we just take every game as it comes. I think we've stuck with the same side pretty much all season, and I think we're close to needing to make some changes so that the other girls get some minutes, and some of the girls that have played pretty much every minute get a breather, and you know, the fact that we've won all of these games gives us a little bit of luxury to be able to do that. Yeah, and I think, like I just said to the girls then, we've had quite a few choppy weeks with training and stuff. And I think this week's a really important week for us to get back to on the field, doing the things that we're good at, so we can put that right next week against Chicago.
What did you say at halftime to make adjustments? Because it seemed like second half was a lot more possessive for your team.
I just spoke to them a few tactical things. I thought we weren't creating enough movement higher up the field, and I thought Bev Goebel especially was better in the second half at that. Naho was better. We got Kim on the ball a little bit more because she was being man-marked, and you know, no one can stick with her for 90 minutes. So we got her in the game more, and our pressure just took over. And I think, you know, bar their second goal, I don't think they were really in it. But that's something that we need to address. We need to stop conceding goals like we did today.
Where are you at with Megan? You get the foot taken care of, and now apparently a hamstring.
Yeah.
Where's she stand in terms of?
She was probably, if this game had been 2 days later, she'd probably been okay. She actually tweaked her hamstring celebrating the first goal in Western New York when she was still on the bench. So, yeah, it's nothing that's huge and major. I think, you know, when you've been out for as long as she have, you know, the coming back so quickly, sometimes your body doesn't take well to that. And, yeah, her hamstring just got a bit tight, and so we could have pushed her today, but with the fact that, you know, other girls are still fit and healthy, we didn't need to do that, and I think she'll be fine for next week.
Was that Stephanie that was kind of helped off the field?
Yeah, so she got helped off at half-time, and then we tried to re-strap her ankle, and she went back on for the second half, and within a couple of minutes gave us a signal that she wasn't okay, and then she sets up the goal. So, yeah.
Evaluated later, or how
Yeah, she'll be evaluated. I think we got her off in time for it to be okay next week, but we'll see. We'll see.
The saves that Nair was making, did it remind you of like the heroics we've been seeing at the World Cup so far with some of the goalkeepers?
Well, I think she played really well against us in the first game here. And, you know, first half she kept them in it. You know, if 2 or 3 of those goals go in the first half, my team talks a completely different kettle of fish. But, yeah, she played really well. And I think she proved that she's got talent to push on. And, you know, obviously I'm sure her motivation is to try and push Hope. And I think she showed today that she's, you know, pushing there for the national team and trying to get in there.
How is Hope's mentality? I mean, second game back, you know, how is her resiliency considering everything that's weighing on her?
Yeah, she's a professional, you know. I think she comes in every day, she works really hard, she gets out on the field, and, you know, she does what she does. And she made a couple of saves today. She didn't really get worked too hard. But she just has that a little bit of experience to us, and that's why she's one of the best goalkeepers in the world.
What can you say about your team's ability to rally back from being down a goal?
Yeah, I just can't knock them for it. I keep telling them in training there's going to be a game where a team scores so late that we can't do anything about it. But so far that hasn't happened. thought it might be the case today when they scored straight after we scored, but thankfully we pulled ourselves through. And I just can't applaud them enough for that, but performance-wise, tactical, technical, we need to be better. Thank you.